All right. Hi. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me on Father's Day. Hey, it's looks like we have Crazy Ike. Um, got my son's joining me today, and we're going to try to do his character Skeezer. I'm not finished with Kodo yet, but it was Father's Day, and I thought, you know, Jeff and I could do the show together, and what better time to launch his character? And then I'll go back and I'll still be working on Kodo on Tuesday night. So that's the plan anyway.
Very cool. So I'm noticing I don't hear any music going on. Where do you turn your music on?
Right there.
Okay. Is it set to loop or is it just set to?
It's set. You can click on the little settings right there, and it tells you. I think it's set to loop. Yeah.
That's set to loop.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now we got the music going. Hey everyone. Good to be with everyone. Happy Father's Day to you all, and happy Father's Day to my dad. All right. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. I think it'll be pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm hoping so too. I printed out a couple of sheets here that I'm going to see what size to make Skeezer. Um, we'll switch over to that body cam thing and let me talk about the size here for a second.
Which one is that? It's
The second, the right there, yeah,
side camera.
yeah. I've confused Jeff altogether. My naming of cameras was I initially did it and then I redid the working of it and then I never changed the names of it, so I've totally confused Jeff. And then I'm confused him more with the software that I've chosen to use with podcasting here. But we'll get through it. Anyway, here's the black and white versions. This is the size that Levi sent me. So he's rather small, but I don't know if I can. I mean, I can sculpt that small, but I'm not all that comfortable. So I think I'm going to go up to the next size, which is 150%, and I'll make him, so he'll stand this tall. In side by side with Kodo, no, he won't be to scale, but at least I won't have to, get out the double glasses and magnifying glass and everything else to sculpt. If I was 3D modeling him, then that would be a different story, but I'm doing it by hand, and so that's what we're going to do.
I guess it just means you're gonna have to do Kodo again and make them bigger.
I have thought about it. I really have seriously thought about it.
What, for punishment?
Yeah, I am. I've been working on a little side project. I wanted to show you this guy.
Oh, nice.
And I still have to add his right arm here and claws, but I wanted to show you how he's going to look. The dice comes with him once I get him cast. And we'll put the dice right in there.
That's right, Crazy Ike. We'll build him better than he was before. Bigger, stronger. We have the technology. No, that looks good. Yeah.
Part of me wishes that I'd sculpted Kodo out of this stuff here. This is this is solid already. I mean, it's a good stuff. And that's what I'm going to do Skeezer out of. For Skeezer's hair, I'm going to use the epoxy clay, which is different from the epoxy sculpt. But look at that. No, didn't that look good?
It does.
I mean,
and that one you're making there, is that the epoxy clay you're saying?
This is the epoxy sculpt here.
Okay, and that's what you're going to use, the same material for Skeezer's hair, you just saying?
I am going to use a different material for Skeezer's hair. You'll see.
Okay.
A little bit more firmer. Now I need to get those dice out of there.
Use your hands, I think.
Boy, those are really nice. I mean, man, those dice feel good.
Yeah, they're heavy duty.
Yeah, they're nice and solid and just feel good.
Yeah, Crazy Ike's saying good luck with that hair. he's been trying to model us in a ZBrush, I think.
Oh boy, yeah.
And, he's having a heck of a time with it.
Hey, by the way, Crazy Ike, if you're familiar with ZBrush, then, and I loved what you did with your hammer, your maul. I'm thinking that I want to get the ZBrush core. Now, I haven't done 3D modeling for 10 years, so I'm a little rusty. But I am definitely I'm getting the itch to try again. And so there's a couple of things I want to do, like real small stuff, some jewelry and things like this. So I don't really need a lot of texture mapping and all that stuff. But I think the core is going to be just fine for me. And I looked at that, and I think it's $179 for a lifetime license. That seemed like a really good bargain to me. Now I know that they have the ZBrush Core Mini now, and that's free, but there's some limitations. I think they said that you couldn't use it for commercial uses. I don't know. Tell me what you know. I'm definitely going to use this 150% size, and I am just going to do this a little differently than I did Kodo. It's basically the same thing. I mean, I'm using the same type of wire, but you'll see here in a second.
So Crazy Ike says, core is the best middle ground, especially if you don't want extra brushes.
I don't know if I want extra brushes or not, but I assume that you can make your own brushes and use them in core. I might be assuming too much.
And you probably can't hear it right now, but we do seem to have a storm rolling in just as we start up here, so we'll see how that plays out. It's nice and dark outside.
Yeah, it's probably going to create a lightning storm and then from hell and knock the power out. That'll be great.
I mean, the power only went out for like 2 seconds last night, but it did go out last night. So we'll see what happens.
Everybody having a great Father's Day? I hope so. Mine's going pretty good. I got up early this morning and tinkered around and watched a couple of programs on TV, and then came up here and did some website updates. So I was pretty happy with how things are going.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Crazy Ike says, I think that is a limitation of core. You can't, as in cannot, import brushes. I think you have to have the full suite to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't it come with like 36 brushes? I think that's what I read somewhere. But I could be all crazy too. And they probably do, now I'm thinking about it, they probably do limit it because they don't want you to add to it without paying them some extra moolah.
Yeah, they do like money.
Okay, so can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just going to go right up his body with his two legs like this and right up to his head.
Yeah,
I'm worried about, yeah, right there.
There we go.
I'm worried about, I probably need to make his neck a little bit thinner right there. That's what I need to do. In fact, the head could be just crunched together. We'll just do that.
Let's see, Crazy Ike says, Mini is very limited, but it might be worth starting with. It's been simplified to make it easy to get started with. Your exports are limited a few file types, more geared towards 3D printing.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to do, is I want to create some things for 3D printing, especially jewelry, and maybe some simple models. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I used to be fairly good, but that was used to be. If you stand still for any length of time at all, technology tends to pass you by.
Oh yeah. Air Laser's here. She says, "Woo, Skeezer." Hey.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, as I said before, we're going to work on Skeezer today, but we'll be back with Kodo to finish him up on Tuesday.
Yeah, he looks pretty good back there. A lot going on.
Thank you, son.
You're welcome. So you're gonna do kind of a transparency thing, like you were thinking with the crystal in the mall for the illusion in his hand?
I don't know. I have been trying to think about that for quite a bit. I thought of maybe of sculpting that,
Mm-hmm.
and then casting. I make a mold of a marble and cast that inside a clear marble. So yeah, I'd have to make two molds. So a mold of that, and then a clear marble mold, so that he would actually just be holding that in his hands like a marble. But that doesn't really convey the idea of casting. I don't know. Maybe the best thing to do is just run a piece of wire up through his hand, and so that you see that little trail right there. Maybe I can get the color one here. That might be easier. So this one right here. See how that I could just run a wire up through there like that, and that would make it removable. Just put a hole there somewhere in his hand, so that make this come down more to where it's actually maybe touching the hand, but having an illusion of ghosty smoke or something. Yeah, maybe maybe I'll do that. But I don't have to think about that one right now for a while anyway.
Right.
So what am I going to do today? I'm going to try to work on the shape of his head and the basic body shape, and then I'll come back and I'll add shoes and clothing. But the body shape, I don't really have too much to worry about there, because he's wearing like a robe. And then I think for some of this knot work, I'm going to actually use real string of some sort and knot it up that way. This I can work with, and then separately, and then I think right there I will make the separation of his arm so that I can pull it off and cast it separately with the staff attached. That's my plan. So this stuff, unlike the other stuff, unlike monster clay, you have to make your cuts now. You can't wait for later. So
yeah, makes sense.
all right, so I've got a little board here, and I'm gonna use my drill, and I'm gonna drill into it to get my wire planted. So you're seeing the whole process. So okay, so there's one hole. Might have been able to use the next drill size down. That one's kind of loosey-goosey. And just marking that so that I see where to drill the next one at. And I am going to use a smaller bit. Thought I had it right, but apparently not. No matter, it'll hold with this one. Let's get rid of that dust.
So now you were saying you're thinking about using actual thread for the knots. Is that just to get the shape, and then you're going to sculpt it after the fact? Or like how's that going to work for a mold?
I think I could just be able to, even after, I do the general shape of him in a mold, then I can come back and I can augment it with string afterwards. So that would require each cast to be augmented with some, real stuff, which I'm not opposed to that. I kind of think that would be cool. So there's 1, 2, looks like 3 different strings there, plus 1, 2 up here, that's 5, and then 1 right here, 6.
Yeah, so this is so a little bit of background on what those are.
Okay.
So Skeezer is a wizard, and they all have their own unique spell book. And in our case, we were nautical, so we were on the water all the time, and a book getting wet is kind of a terrible idea. So I worked with Levi and said that I wanted his arcane craft, like the way he codifies his spells, to be done in a complex set of knot work.
Oh, that's cool.
So like where the knots are dictates, you know, like this is what type of hand motion you're supposed to do or whatever.
Clever. I like that.
Crazy X got some more projects. That's fun. Anything you want to talk about, or just all top secret stuff?
Yeah, lay it on us.
I know I was brainstorming a little bit last night, coming up with some ideas for Pathfinder stuff. So we'll get that going. Crazy X says nothing top secrets. Okay, so you could tell us, but will you? Oh, that's cool. So you're gonna build a vocal booth in your garage. Nice. Is that gonna be for just everyday streaming, or is that gonna be for specific recordings, or for just actual music and such? Okay, specific recordings. Cool. I know in the past Zombie Decoy was really interested in knowing what this was, you know, how you do that. So building the armature, and so it'd be good that this one's actually on here.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's we lost the first episode of Kodo because I didn't have it set to record to lead the episode.
Lead
Yeah.
the VOD, yeah.
So that's what happened there. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, Air Laser's gonna be AFK for a little bit, away from keyboard. So good seeing you. We'll catch you when you come back. And Krizak saying, yeah, he's doing the voice booth in his garage because he wants to do music and voiceover stuff, and he needs a way to to be able to get loud without waking up the family. Yeah, that makes sense. It's good stuff.
I'm gonna give myself plenty of room here for the construction of his arms.
I don't know, that thin little wire looks a little big for his arm.
Yeah, it does. It does. So I'm thinking about right there.
Oh, Crazy X saying his PC is directly underneath his son's bedroom, so he can't get loud while they're sleeping.
How old is the kiddo now? His son?
We'll find out here. He'll let us know. Yeah, it's interesting. When we made these character designs, Crazy X says 7.
7? Good grief, how'd that happen?
Yeah.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that. That's just like crazy to me.
He agrees. He says, right? Yeah, time flies. Yeah, when we made these characters, one of the things I wanted to stress was that his limbs were like matchstick thin. Enormous head that somehow like fits on top of it all.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the wire thickness of the neck here.
We'll see. You just gotta make his head really big, then you're good. Everything else will kind of scale down. It's like a bobblehead, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Now the question of will he stand up on his own? That's another question.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think he will, because I really probably should have. Let's see. Let's change that orientation just a little bit. Let's make that twisty here. Maybe a little bit more. But I think he will. But even if not, I can put him on a little platform, once I can sculpt a separate platform. That's kind of what I planned on doing for Kodo too, is that the platform will be able to. So how far is this? His shoulders are really, so that we're looking for the skeleton here of his shoulders across there, and so we have to come in. Is that showing up on there?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking right there is where I make the first bend, and wow, there's not much room here. I need a pair of needle nose for this.
We're here for the challenge, right?
Yeah, you weren't kidding. Wow, that's too far out. Okay, I think right there. And then on the other side, right there. Let's see if I'm right.
I
Okay.
think the character, by the rules, is 33 pounds
Wow.
in the game world, so he's a little guy.
Okay, so I think that's correct. Let me see if I can just get this rest of him done here with the wire. Now I'm not gonna bend his arms into a shape right now. I'm gonna concentrate on the core first, and then I'll come back and I'll position his arms correctly. So, but from the middle of the shoulder to the middle of the elbow, right there. Holy guacamole, this is going to be a challenge.
Good news is I think the other character is a lot simpler to me. Like, you picked the hardest ones first, I think.
Yeah, well, it's nice to get those out of the way, And let's see now. To his wrist. Ooh, guacamole. It should probably be somewhat equal. But it's not, so we're going to go with Levi's drawing here. So, to his wrist. It's right there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a pretty lengthy piece on here for, because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for the hand yet, but I'm going to leave that on there. So now that I've got that all, ironed out, I'll go ahead and do the other side as well, but I want to make it the same. So I'm going to go back and remeasure this. There's all kinds of rules for anatomy for a human, but Skeezer is not human. Is he?
No, definitely not a human.
Okay.
He's a gnome.
Gnome, okay.
And one of the features of gnomes is that they are all anatomically unique from one another.
Okay, well, he's unique.
And they are bizarre and in strange shapes and forms.
Okay, so right there, at my thumb. Don't pinch my skin. Okay. So he's holding up this arm kind of like that, and then I bent it the wrong way. There we go. Okay. So that's him. but I'm going to leave some extra on here just in case I need to go back and modify. All right.
And this camera angle, like every time you're clipping with that, it looks like you're just gonna cut your finger off. It's like, jeez, here it goes.
Well, see, you got to make it entertaining for you to watch.
Yeah, so.
All right, so I guess we could put a little bit of aluminum foil. I don't put it a lot because I don't want to run into my own aluminum foil buildup, but just enough around that centerpiece. And then I'm going to leave those legs like they are because, let's see, we don't want to do that. Okay, there we go.
Really gotta remember to really pack it in there too.
Yeah, I don't want to have the same thing that I did with Rumblestein the owl. But however, that was a different situation because I was working with monster clay. So this stuff here is like super solid crap. Okay. All right, so what do I want to work on first? I think let's oh, I wanted to show you the eyes. That's the best part. And I think I got a close match. It's not exact.
Oh yeah.
So those are the eyes. Let's take a look at the color.
It's pretty close.
It's not exact. It could be a little darker brown, but this is all I could find. So we're going to go with this. And couldn't get a. You want to take a break, Jeff, and go help Mom
I'll
find
go
a channel?
take care of it. I'll be right back.
All right. Cat wants to watch on TV, and we have Twitch TV and Twitch on the TV set downstairs, or in upstairs too. But upstairs would create too much talkity-talk problems. That's my technical speech for microphone problems. Okay. All right. So, need time for gloves, I guess. I could secure these things with a... I can just leave him, because I might want to pull him out and, take a look at him separately from that board. So I'm going to leave that flexible. I'm not liking something here, though. Because his body should be setting the opposite, not like this. That's right. I need to change this. It needs to go like this. Because he's got his hand up here and he's up there. This leg here probably should come out to about right there instead of back there. So, you know what? I'm going to drill another hole. As I've said before, this is not a tutorial. This is like, well, then this shit happened. I mean, sorry. Excuse my French. All right. Drill this other hole right there. So if his arms comes around like this, so I'd be holding that staff right there, but the hand is not there yet. And then this guy, this hand is up like this. Right? And then his face is in line with his casting hand, casting spell. So his head's going to be bobbing all around right there. And then his shoulders. Okay, I like that. That's alright. That's going to work. I won't be able to put much on his leg there, but some of that, it looks like it's, we will fill in most of that with robe, just leaving his forward-facing shin for the detail of the pants.
So I think you left this downstairs.
Oh, thank you. So you got it for her?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot all about the drink. Alright, so this stuff, epoxy sculpt, is a two-part substance. So this is the first little ball that I've made with it. And then we want to go over here and get part, what is this, part B? Yeah. And see, you notice how it's different colors? That's the ball that I just pulled out of there. And then this is a little different color, so let me pinch off some of this.
No, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jeff's colorblind, so he probably. And this is a green kind of color.
That's green?
Well, it's a green gray.
I'm gonna say this looks gray to me.
They say it's a natural color, the natural way, I guess, of the substance itself.
Okay, now I can tell they're different.
Okay, so there you go. See that? So now the fun part is to mix it up as thoroughly as you can get it, till it looks just like one single solid color. If you don't mix it up as thoroughly as you can get it, then you will end up with problems later. It looks like I'll need to more or less block in that robe and then put the texture of the robe. See, I'll have to do these folds. And this individual part here, the seam there.
The individuals are here, the senior.
All right, I tend to drift off when I'm thinking, so
That's the captioning tells all. That's what we got.
it is. It is like. Plus, it has troubles with my Indiana accent.
It just said you stripped off.
What is the deal? I mean, I'm talking right.
Well, when I listen to you talk, sometimes I hear these things too. So, well, yeah, what okay, all right. Live a wild life. In the off times. He's got a camera on you now,
Yeah.
capturing it. You need an entire armature just for his nose.
For posterity's sake. All right, so I could be a little higher up with that. With this. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Dad speak.
That's Duke. Closed captioning, providing entertainment for years.
Uh-huh. Does it capture your voice pretty good?
Yeah. Somewhat, yeah. Actually, it seems to accurately do so for me.
Yeah, naturally. Okay, so I got to be very careful when I'm coming down to this leg because I can't add a lot. I mean, it has to be pretty thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Resin Hana says he can hear me fine, and so can the CC. You laugh.
Ah,
Yep.
it must be my Indiana accent.
It's about projection.
Is it about projection?
Projection and enunciation.
Oh yeah, well I don't have either one.
And if you're like,
Well, not what I'm thinking. It takes too much time to think about talking and this.
Styx too much time to think about talking in this. Styx as in the river Styx, by the way.
Oh, great.
Spectacular.
Oh, what can I say?
Oh, I love it.
Wow, I didn't make enough. I need to make up. I've used it all. So.
Who would have thought you needed more clay for this guy?
Yeah. Oh, I need my tools now. Where'd my tools go? Oh, and I didn't clean it from the last session I did.
Wah, wah.
Ooh, I don't want to lose my eyes.
I've heard that said many times. Yeah. Is it like the Christmas story?
Careful, you're gonna shoot your eye out with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my daughter earlier, and I said, "I'm looking for some human eyes around here. I know I got them around here somewhere."
Yeah, that doesn't sound strange at all.
Alright.
And then, you know, like back here we got, let's see if I can point at it, this creepy thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm touching it, but I'm nowhere close to it.
the mannequin back there, the half torso.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. I got him turned away from me so you don't have to see it, but, you know. Look at this.
I am going to do a necklace that is based on a sculpture that I did some time ago. And now my good friend, my best friend, has that sculpture. And I'm going to... It has 3 tails for the dragon's tail.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same kind of tail structure. And the dragon, it's going to be like a Game of Thrones thing, you know, where the dragon's going to lay around, the head will come around here, like this.
Okay.
And then the tail will come around like this, and then come down here in the middle of the chest and do 3 swirls.
Okay, so like the 3 different tips are gonna make twisty guys?
Yes.
It's a technical term there, you know. The
Twisty.
tails will make some twisty guys.
Yes. He has... I'm thinking that this crazy guy has a pretty large Adam's apple.
Yeah, twisty guys and crazy guys, different things, by the way. Not funny?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it is not funny. Hard audience.
Yes. Anyway, that's what the mannequin's back there for. I just haven't got to it yet.
Just say, as a massage therapist, you know, you do a lot of scalp massages. Turning that thing by its head felt like a real person's head. That was creepy.
It's based on a real person's head. It was from Monster Makers, the people that make monster clay. And that's a real life cast.
I believe it, and I bet it felt exactly correct.
Well, no point in making a realistic mannequin if it's not realistic.
Yeah, but it even had like the consistency, like it's semi-solid, right? So it's got a little tiny give, just like skin would on a.
Oh.
Oh, hey, now you've done it.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Crazy over there.
Didn't
Yeah, that is a very. That is strange.
The guy has a really long neck. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it seemed like a really long neck to me. But anyway, it's going to work fine for me when I go to make that really cool looking necklace thing.
It's not super long. It's just that his shoulders are down and not up by his ears. And you got him cut off like the middle of his chest and not at the ends of his shoulders.
He's a really tall guy.
He looks tall, yeah. But I'm not tall, and I would say my neck is about that same length, kind of. Yeah.
Be interesting to do a live cast.
I don't know if I want to get in a plaster of Paris death, like Iron Maiden looking thing. That sounds horrible. Like that much of your body being covered in cast? I don't know about all that.
You could do it with silicone.
Oh, that makes it better. Being wrapped in rubber. Cool. Somehow that seems less porous. You know, like,
Hey, there's people that pay for that kind of thing.
I'm sure there is. Some people are into some strange things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's their thing, I guess.
I feel like I need to do this body first. I thought about just doing the head first and then attaching it to the body, but I don't know. I think I need to do the body first, so I can get the right thickness and it won't interfere with my head sculpture that much. Let's put a little bit of shoulder on there. Gotta keep it thin though.
That's right. Throw him on a diet. Has like one bird seed he's overweight. Compared to the picture.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. No, I was like almost dreaming about how I was gonna do the hair. And I was hoping that in the dream I would come to a realization like, oh yeah, eureka. But I think I have actually, in a way.
Yeah.
So I think I've got it. What's going on here?
Are they going to be individual hairs, or is it going to be like a clump with some shape carved out of them?
No. I mean, I think it's going to be, because they're quills. I mean, they're not really hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will start from the back and just build up with this epoxy clay stuff. And it's going to take a while, but you know, it'll be one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it has the consistency of Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's really soft. It'll harden up as time goes on, of course.
Yeah, it's that spot you're working right now in particular reminds me of Play-Doh. You know, when it gets like kind of frayed up.
Yeah.
Now, there were people asking about having the model here being modular, so like you can have mix and match accessories.
Holy crap.
Just to make it impossible for you.
Yeah, well...
For some people at home who may not be followers of our channel, the character Skeezer has, as part of his plot, He is one of multiple clones that seem to have been produced, and each of them look like basically the same, but they're all different classes and have different personality types. And as a result, they wear different equipment and have different expressions and stuff, but are otherwise identical clones. So people have been asking about having different color sets, different outfits that you can put on them. So, yeah, there we go. We theorize there are 12 total Skeezers. We'll see what happens with the plot, but so far we know of a few. Let's see if I can remember them all. Dibbin, Duz, Tonko, Steve, just Steve. That's his name. Yeah, Plexitex, Plixitrix, and Ploxitox. I'm forgetting. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting. It'll come to me later. We'll see if the chat remembers. Welcome back, Air Laser. And yeah, Resinana, indeed. That's what we're all about, is producing extra work
Yeah.
for our creators. Yeah.
I guess I need to put that leg on there. I need that on there. It's going to be, I guess I'll need to do the detail on that after all. Alright, let's just get the leg fleshed out, because otherwise it's going to be difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so Air Laser says that super random thing. Her sister just got her flowers along with her mom flowers as a good stand-in parent. It's really nice.
Yeah, cool.
You have become a father now. Yes, Air Laser. Guess so. What do you got? That's the release stuff, or the solvent?
Yeah, this is the safety solvent that Avis produces, and it just kind of it's keeps your tools from sticking to the stuff, and it I don't know, it's helps smoothing out the thing, you know, all that stuff.
Sure. Well, Air Laser, if you are a father now, you better get your socks and sandals, your lawn care conversations, your grilling, concern about the lights. You gotta get all that ready to go. You get your dad jokes. There will be a test. I mean, it all comes up. It's crazy how fast it starts to take shape as a cloth material.
Well,
Like, he barely did anything, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, that is the cloth.
he does. Make sure he has a small chest, but it's not a sunken chest, so I need to make sure that I got enough material there.
We got these like continuous thunder rolls going on right now. They're like, it's one consistent sound for like, it sounds like it's been going for like 10 seconds straight. It's be like absolutely amazingly huge thunderclaps, but really far away. Like a storm to throw off all the outdoor grilling.
Yeah, boy, I bet there is some people pretty upset about that.
Oh, I meant to listen to that second track see if it was sounding right, but didn't have my headphones on when it came up.
Oh. That's why you turn it around, to look at the opposite side.
Why is that?
Because it's not doing what you think it's doing.
Well, what do you think it was doing?
I thought it was filled in, but it's not.
It didn't just fill itself in?
Well, it did now.
I expect this statue to make itself in the back while I'm working on the front. Lazy bum.
Yeah, I don't really, I don't spend a lot of time on any one, you know, I mean, you can see how I work. I mean, I just flit around from one side to the next and to whatever whatever the portion of the sculpting, of my brain that sculpts, whatever it tells me to do. It's not like I make a conscious decision like, I need to do this now. Sometimes, but not most of the time. It's just like flitting around, you know. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, did it?
Well, I think you were going for a thing that just embodied what you were saying. So the words you were using, not making any sense, just kind of stream of consciousness, blah, 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 blah. Pretty much summed it up exactly right. It allowed us to embody and feel it as it kind of transpired. It's a work of art, really. Yeah, I agree, Airlaser. She's saying that her favorite part of the sculpting process is the beginning, where it doesn't look like much and suddenly it takes shape, Bob Ross style. Yeah. It just happens. It's like, you go from this thing, it looks completely just like a blob, like a clump of just randomness, and all of a sudden, like, a couple of things happen, and you're immediately transforms into a person as opposed to a blob. I mean, it's really weird. Really cool.
Sometimes it's that stage that's hard to get going, but you have to keep working at it. I might have done this differently if I was doing it off camera. What I would probably have done was I'd given myself a kind of a core body, and then later, when that was solid, then I would come back in and add the robe. But I
Do like detail work over on top of it.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that this stuff, like, once it hardens, if you add more to it, that it actually adheres to itself.
Yeah, it does.
It seemed like it would make like a onion effect, you know, where they weren't actually connected.
I think I really need to bend this guy's knee a little bit. That's what's missing.
Squish. Oh man, that's a horrible pinch. Imagine getting pinched so hard it punched a hole in your leg. Good grief.
Take it easy, Skeezer. Now you need to give us some Skeezer talk here.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, it's just, he talks a little bit like this, really. It's a lot of ups and downs, a little bit of musical, but mostly just a real high-pitched, weird, kind of gravelly, old guy sounding like a child.
It's a really weird blend of things. Just let your voice crack and you can do a Skeezer voice yourself.
Just a little bit of yodeling.
Yeah, I've tried to go back to look at some of the older videos to see if I'm still doing the voice in the same way. I don't think I am, but I can't tell what changed and when exactly.
It evolved.
My actual voice is like, yo, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. Here's where we reveal that Skeezer's into, you know, really sexy slip dresses here. With this high split, you know, leg sticking out. There you go. So I'm trying to, like, looking at the picture, I can't tell if it's like a tunic where both legs are free, or if it's one side is wrapped and the other side's got the gap,
I can't either. So,
like a robe.
but I'm following this. Here's my logic here.
Mm-hmm.
See this theme,
Right.
seam here, and then you see there's a part of the robe like this.
It's off the camera now.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Part of the robe is like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is still open, but I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm not exactly sure how it's going, but I'm just following that.
He just decided not to continue buttoning all the way down, you know, for that one effect. Some people would open up the chest, you know, a little chest hair go. Skeezer went with the leg.
Yeah.
Crazy Ike saying, man, it's almost unfair how fast this is compared to modeling. Really?
I don't know. I mean, I there's a lot more going on, but you once you're in modeling, you can go back and correct crap, you know, and that I find a whole lot more useful.
And he's saying the shape is already looking great. Yeah, it's coming together pretty fast.
If I was doing this in a 3D modeling program, I would, you know, this probably, the core would probably be just one polygon.
You know, like a cylinder or something.
Yeah. And then his leg down here would be another cylinder. And then you'd, you know, just like I'm going to do, you start adding detail to that.
Yeah, Crazy Ike, how did you structure yours? Like, what were the main components you put together? Because I remember you telling me about the polygon count got pretty excessive. Assuming that there's a bit more pieces at play there. I like the extra bends for his hands, you know, like being super long. It kind of looks like noodles, you know, like.
Puts me in mind of Steve Martin when he did the dance like an Egyptian.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Vegas really.
So Crazy Ike's saying since he's trying to use them for animation, they all have to be individual pieces to move correctly.
Oh,
Yeah.
animation is a different story.
Yeah.
But they have some pretty sophisticated hinges for your animation. So, I mean, I got really into animation there for a while. This was some time ago. As I said, I haven't sculpted in 10 years. on a computer. So maybe I'll want to reserve judgment here until I come back and have the program downloaded and tinkered around for a while.
One would think they wouldn't remove features, right?
No, but they do have a tendency to add them. I never did ZBrush either. I did Modo, and I also did. Oh, what was that program?
I don't know.
I'm thinking. Modo and
Silo?
Silo 3D. Yeah. And then the other one was Strata 3D.
Wow, it says, I'm thinking Moto dubs 3D something or other. Wow, that was impressive. I don't know what I picked up to say that.
I may come back and on this backside, I'll come back and I'll do some additional. I need to bend that just a little bit. There we go. That looks better.
I have a feeling seeing this in 3D is going to definitely look weird. Because he's a strange looking critter. Like, his anatomy is like so odd that, like, you know, even in the drawing it's like, it's kind of weird, but I have a feeling seeing full on 3D you're going to look at it and be like, what in the world is happening with this guy?
I may have to come back in and do additional sculpting of this cloth down here. I'm going to continue those right up into that chest area. I want to deepen this. I want to kind of like have some deep folds. Looks like there should be a deep fold right there, because it's coming around to the leg. And I'm just going to keep that up tight because I'll do that bottom of that foot later. Alright, let's add in. Let's see if we can get that pant leg done. So, how far up am I? Right there. Okay.
Yeah, some of the creative instructions I gave for the artistic rendition here. So I wanted him to be like the eccentric grandfather type. So like that's why he's got like the weird socks and, you know, the stuff that doesn't match and patchwork pants and
Kind of a Harry Potter kind of feel.
yeah, I suppose so. A bit of a creepy house elf thing.
Yeah. The sock, I suppose I could add it later, but I'm just going to kind of do it now.
It's easier for socks making that kind of dip in your leg. You got some circulation problems.
No kidding. But that's what happens to you when you get old. Where's my brush at? My brushes. I have one that's stiffer. Let's use this one right here. I think that'll be good. sure that gets all blended there because that's all part of his costume. There's a bit of a fold around the neck here.
So if Resin Han is still there in the chat, it was his birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday there.
Okay, cool.
Curious what she may have done for his birthday.
So there's a bit of fabric around the neck. It's kind of hidden there, but I think I'm seeing it.
Oh yeah? Maybe.
Like a little. Let's take a look at this. See that right there?
Move it to your left.
Oh, yeah,
There you
right there.
go. Oh, that's the hood.
Yeah.
Will
So
never possibly go over his head.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought you were talking about his neck there, like that
No,
little
no.
spot of his exposed neck.
No,
Yeah, no, it is fun to have a hood on a character that you know will never be able to lift.
never be able to wear that hood.
It just lays underneath there. It's really just there to make sure his quills don't stab him in the back and the neck.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Sleeping must be a pain.
I'm gonna go ahead and add it on the back here.
I mean, look at that. I mean, he's got quills coming out of his face too, so like, sleeping must be horrible. Unless you lay it just right, you have to lay down on it so they all fold down.
My dad had whiskers from hell. I remember his face was always really rough. I suppose mine is too, but not. I don't think to the same degree. I could be wrong.
Might have something to do with coal mining. Sure, that didn't make your face any softer.
No, or being out in the weather for. I mean, he was a weathered person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know what that little, whatever that is, has to go. All right. Let's make sure that this is smoother, and let's put that sash around his waist so that that pulls that together a little bit. Oh, I was going to work on that leg.
Ping, 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 ping. It's like ping ponging all over the place.
Well, that's just the way it kind of goes sometimes. All right, I think I got the leg pretty much. And I also want to put in that patch. The patch will have some kind of dimension to it too. All right, let's see if we can get that patch in there. See the patch that I'm talking about right there?
It's off the camera. There you go.
So I'm thinking that has a little bit of a stitch to it. So we'll put the outline of it in there, and then I wish my vision was tighter. Okay.
And if you look in the zoom in, it looks like it's actually the entire pant is made out of multiple patches.
Yes, it does.
So it's like a collage of mismatched.
So we'll put another. We're gonna put another one in up here.
There's that one that kind of goes up at like a weird diagonal.
I don't want to dent it too much, but I do want it to show up. I suppose I could have added it on. And let's put another one right here. Now some of that will be covered up, but where's my little needle tool? We'll add some definition to the stitches. Oh, I think I need another pair of glasses on. This one I've kind of fuzz it out there.
Merely just says Skeezer is so cute. It's coming together.
Well, he's really, the definition of him is his head, and right now we're just working on some boring underparts. Oh, I didn't do that right. But I think that looks kind of patchy to me. What do you guys think? Pants should be flowing around a little bit. Definitely need to put a little bit more definition in there. Alright, okay. There's that needle tool again.
Trying to listen into this particular track because Cam and Clint were both saying that it was skipping the first time it played. I don't hear it. I'm assuming this may have been a weirdness in that first playthrough.
You can turn it up if you want.
No, I mean, I hear the song, but I don't hear the skipping they were talking about.
It might have been, the connection might have been, the streaming might have been a little bit faulty.
A little bit on the chat side.
Now, boy, oh boy, how do I do this? I kind of want to lay a. This will overemphasize it, though. I don't think I can get.
So you're doing some details, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, those stitches that are in there. I mean, there's a couple of different ways I could do it, but I think every way I'm thinking about doing it is going to be too thick.
Are you talking about stitches on the patch, or are you talking about the belt? Or what is it you're talking about?
These right here.
Oh, the clasps on the. Okay.
I think I'll leave it like that. Yeah, that looks okay.
Yeah.
It's getting thin enough, I think.
Nice. I'll be right back.
Ooh. Boy, that's delicate work there. Since it's kind of, haphazard outfit, I'm guessing that some of this works okay. Can you see that? Does that look like, this right there? I think right around this edge here, it should be dented in a little bit too. Let's put another one on. Wow, I mean, you can't. I got big old hands, and trying to do this is like mind blowing. But people do it all the time with miniatures. It's just that.
Yeah, painting miniatures. Ooh, tough.
It's just that my eyes are not as good as they used to be. So when I get to this size, I can barely see it.
super magnifier goggle headset thing. Slap that on you so your eyes expand out to a saucer.
I've tried.
Those things are weird, man. It's like
Yeah.
there's only like one specific spot where it focuses. Any closer, any further away, it's completely out.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Those are looking good.
They're overemphasized, but then again,
Looks cool.
if you want to look at something sculpted, you gotta have it big enough so that somebody can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Having trouble seeing the edge of my tool. Probably shouldn't have poked the holes in there. I don't like that. Well, I don't know.
I like it. I think it looks cool. Makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Since I've started, I have to keep it up.
I mean, theoretically, they have to go through somewhere.
And I think a couple more coming on down, and then we'll put the sash on, and then we'll be ready for the head, maybe. Oh, I probably should do some work on this back part here too.
I wonder if he's going to come together really quickly because he's so small.
Yeah, it's always the case. The smaller something is when you're sculpting, you have to use less material. It's just a lot faster to do it. He's, then the real detail is going to have to be in his face,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where you want all of the attention to be at. Guess I could have done that with real string, but yeah, whatever. Alright, let's see, that sash going across his waist has some dimension to it.
Mm-hmm. Essentially just a burlap sack kind of
Yeah, with
tie on there.
with some more of the rope work weaving in and out of it. Is that too thick? Let's take a look at our... Nope, I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's like a really oversized belt for him.
Maybe a normal belt for others, but for him... Oh, I lost my tool. Oh, sorry. The one really neat thing about this is that I think if I can get the hair done right, well, you're going to end up with an original that you can put on your desk. Okay, let's put some dimensions to it, because it does have some dimensions to it. Don't want to get too precise with. I mean, I want it to look random. As a. All right, so he's coming together. I think this part here needs to have that fold out. And then we'll take the brush and then brush a little bit of texture into that cloth. Hard to see at this point, but it's there. Get a little deeper there. Yeah, that's better. Once this begins to set up, I can adjust that cloth out, or maybe even add some more to it. Okay, what's next? Let's do this part up here. Oh, let's put the cloth part into, I mean the belt part, well, whatever they are. The rope. See that? Right? Oh, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put that in. Problem with this stuff is that the thinner it gets like this, it wants to break.
Oh, sure.
So very carefully. Coming on across there. Right there. Let's make this one down here not uniform with the one above, so it looks like bricklayer or something. Continuing on around to the side here. See, if we'd put the arms in by now, we would have a problem. But we still got plenty of time. I think I want to put some folds. Let's see if that was round this way. Oh, I definitely want to put a neckline in here. Like that. and possibly continuing a little another fold down inside here like this. Smooth that out a little bit. Maybe I should have added the fold on there. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Which fold are you talking about?
Well, I'm just thinking, you know, that this is too straight out here in front. It needs to have a few folds into it, so I'm going to put some folds into it. I don't think you can really see it here because his hand's in the way.
There's some slight bunching by the belt, but I'm wondering if it's straight because the belt is holding it taut, whereas below it it's not able to hold it taut, so it can bunch.
Okay.
Because up there you would have like the buttons on the side, or the straps are holding the cloth completely tight across there, and then you have the belt at the bottom holding it tight. So I think the top would be relatively smooth. I forgot that Airlaser ordered a plushie for this character.
Wow.
Yeah. A couple of people have tried working with companies to make a plushie out of it. Are they giving you any feedback on that, or any updates on the progress, or if they're going to redo it, or if there's still problems, or? So I think the last time I checked in, they said something about there wasn't enough information or detail or something.
Yeah, because cloth would be a different thing. I mean, when you're trying to make a sculpture out of a cloth, you have to. That's difficult to do.
I believe it, yeah.
Then the sculpture has to be way exaggerated. Now he's going to go a little faster because there's no scales or detailed armor or, you know, stuff like that.
Mm. So if you guys haven't checked out Dave's website, make sure you check that link out there. It takes you to his store. And give you a full view of all of his past sculptures and paintings and things you can order now if you were so inclined. Give you these types of things to put on your mantle, your table, your wall.
Much appreciated.
And then we got a link for the Patreon. I'll throw on there.
You can type the exclamation point
Mm-hmm.
Patreon. It should come up.
Got the list right next to me here.
Oh, yeah, cool. Forget that you've done this before.
Albeit with completely different software and setups, but yeah, some of it gets retained in the old noggin.
I would have much preferred doing it with Streamlabs, but I couldn't get my cameras, the iPhones, to work with Streamlabs. So I looked out there and I looked for other software solutions, and this one guy came on and with a YouTube thing and said Ecamm was, if you had a Mac, that's the way to go. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try that out.
Nice. Mom just sneezed downstairs, so bless you to Mom. In closed caption, it said, "Way to go, broken ball." Were you talking about your program on the Mac?
Oh my.
I don't know what it was thinking there. That's intense.
It must be the way I'm pronouncing things. I must not be talking up, you know. I must be with my face down, so it's having a hard time hearing me.
Well, I'm talking at a wall, not facing it at all, outside of its focal point. So.
Okay, well, I guess it's just me.
Muttering.
Ah, that's probably it.
That didn't pick me up at all.
All right, so let's put. I think I see a little folds in here like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come on around and do this backside too. Even though I think hair is quill's gonna be down pretty low, looks like.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So some of this will be obscured. All right, people. We have got his robe sort of blocked out, and I will come back and when that's solid and maybe add some other things to it.
Nice.
I hope you're happy with that.
I am. It's coming together really well.
Okay.
Coming together quickly.
We could probably do his upper arms
Mm-hmm.
down to, well, I don't think, no. No, I'm not going to chance it because I may have to move those arms around, so let's just leave that the way it is for right now.
Yeah, I guess you might have some more stuff you need to do to the chest and the belt area. And once you move the arm in towards the body, it's going to be kind of hard to do. Because it looks like the character's right arm, the one with the staff,
Yeah.
is up close to his chest.
Yeah, it'll have to be moved.
Because obviously the staff touches down in between his feet. So that must be like right against his body.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to his head and see how far we get with that. So,
Caliper for his head. Well, it's a small 18 feet wide.
holy crap!
Yup.
I am dead on with this with the shoulders,
Yup.
but I'm going from ear to ear here, and
Oh, he's enormous. His
That-
head
is that-
is huge.
that's that big.
Yep.
All right, so
Skeezer's all head. That's all he's got.
let's call it somewhere around there for the height. Okay, all right.
He's got a massive melon.
Yes, he does.
Titanium cranium. once the quills get on there, it even looks even thicker and heavier.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea how this guy's going to stand without being anchored to the floor.
Yeah, he's probably going to have an anchor.
Like, I'm pretty sure if he tossed Skeezer in the air, he would flip end over end, and his like legs would go around his head as he like flew through the sky. Or I guess maybe he'd fly like a lawn dart, head first, you know. Yeah, he does have lead shoes. That's another approach. Yeah, you don't see it, but you know, it's just massive weights holding him down. Half of his spells in any given day are just to keep him tethered to the floor. It's really just an illusion all the time that he's standing. 30-pound shoes. Yeah, 3 pounds of Skeezer, 30 pounds of shoes. Yep, makes up his 33 pounds. 2 pounds of that being his skull.
You know, the eyes are going to be just the perfect size for this, because look at this. That eye,
Can't see it.
that eye, I can't really hold it right.
Yeah, it looks almost perfect, yeah.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
So I think it's about the same size as our model, so that is going to be great. That just kind of worked out. Isn't that cool?
Didn't measure it out?
I had in the back of my mind that I had some eyes somewhere, and
Crazy Ike saying, can we get googly eyes for Skeezer? Just shake him around. Get him like chameleon eyes.
Alright, so where's that chin at? That chin comes around like that. More. Lots more.
Oh yeah, exactly, Crazy Ike. Skeezer would make an excellent bobblehead for a car dash. Holy but Jesus, Air Laser just donated $80 instead of Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Woof.
Wow.
Wowzer.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was...
I don't know if this is $80 worth of entertainment, girl.
Thank you very much.
We better step up our game here.
Good grief. That's pretty impressive. Thank you.
Good. Look at this. I'm going. Okay, look. I'm measuring the ear to ear. Okay, let's just take the cheek to cheek. Maybe we'll start with that. I'm still under.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, that is truly amazing,
Oh,
Air Laser. Thank you so very much for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Wowzer. You might get that 3D printer after all.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, if you think you got his head the right size, you need to add a few more pounds. Like, if you look, his nose is actually bigger than his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say all the chat hearts Air Laser right now. It's very appropriate. If I could use the emojis from here, I'd be spamming the Air Laser hype emoji. You guys have access to that. Make sure you spam it in the chat. Say thank you. Oh, and KY Touch Me followed the chat. Thank you very much. Welcome to it.
Thank you.
I was talking to her the other day. She was saying that she was watching, I think, The Owl.
Oh.
So that was cool. At least I think that's what I was remembering. A lot of conversations recently.
Guys, he won't look quite right until I get that hair on him.
I don't think he's gonna look quite right just in general because he doesn't look quite right.
Yeah.
As a creature. Yeah, she says, hey guys, yes, the owl you were making was phenomenal.
Thank you.
That's interesting too, because that was only on Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's only on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I did show it on here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So-
So did you see that here on Twitch or did you see it on Facebook?
The last Facebook one was just painting.
She saw it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I posted there too.
Well, I'll be.
But there's a video with it, so
Yeah, looking at this, it makes me wonder how his neck holds him up. The strongest toothpick of all time. Supernatural force holding his head up.
okay, now these, let me just double check something here. Okay, so from cheekbone to cheekbone, it is that wide. So do I have it? I do have it that wide. Okay, from now, from the ears to ear. Holy crap.
You got some big old ears.
Okay.
The way he looks right now, just kind of like the clay kind of clumped on. It looks like a Ferengi.
Yeah, he does. These cheeks need to come up. And that nose. Let's add some more back here.
You need a counterbalance.
Yeah, just keep things going okay. And we're going to switch clays here too soon.
Cool. Airlaser's asking everyone in the chat, and I assume us as well, how everyone's doing. I'm doing rather well. This has been pretty fun to see coming together. How you doing on Father's Day over there?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me, Jeff.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was a good Father's Day present.
Yeah, it's always fun doing this. So, got some people saying they're amazing. Nice to see you guys. I agree. It's nice to see you too.
Yes, very much so.
Starting the Skeezer sculpt is the best Father's Day. Woo! Getting some good chatter. Thank you. Well, that time it misquoted me. It said chatter, it said shatter. And that time it said shatterus. You have an apple pie in the oven? Man,
Damn, that's my favorite pie.
that does sound pretty good. Especially with like that, whatever that crumble stuff is on it. You know,
Oh yeah.
drizzle some caramel on the top of that. Hey, apparently your toys are waiting for you. Come and play now for Toy Blast.
Oh. My phone's getting
But we
notifications.
turned those notifications off.
I thought we did too. Well, I don't know which one it's not, where it's coming through at.
Well, it's got to be coming on the phone that you have around your neck, because that's where it should go.
Well, that shouldn't be, because this is on, I've got it on airplane mode, but I guess maybe the game.
They'll invade your life no matter what.
Yeah.
Bring those sorts of addictions into your life. They're everywhere. There's a game notification, yeah. Yes, Apple Crisp, that's what I'm talking about, whatever that stuff is.
Apple crisp.
This is what, basically like oatmeal with like random sweet and caramel, or wow. That just immediately jumps out. I was like, holy crap, that's a person.
A bug-eyed person.
Yeah! Oh my god! Where are my hands? He does look like Dobby right now. Absolutely. Have you tip your camera up a little bit? There we go. Oh yeah, that's it. It's got Dobby written all over it.
Oh, boy. Alright, I gotta smooth out some things here.
And it looks like something else. It's hilarious. Man, that's crazy how much life just sprang into him just sticking his eyes on there. And yeah, he's starting to look like Skeezer right away. Wow, that's wild. Huh. Yeah, I agree too, Airlaser. The eyes do make it. KY Touchman says the eyes are wild. Yeah, I totally agree. That is... Like, it was already kind of looking like a living person. As soon as he stuck those in there, that was just like instantaneously transformed.
Gotta get some things going here, though. He has kind of like high cheekbones.
Airlaser, we gave an update on that, but I'll ask him again so you can hear it. She asked, is Kodo done then?
No, he's not done yet. But I just thought it would be a good thing to do something with my son's character on Father's Day. So.
But Kodo's pretty close to done.
Oh yeah, he's very close to being done.
Like, what do you see you had left for him?
I have the belt. Let's see. I've got a belt, the starburst in the center of the armor, and then I've got to cut him apart after after all that.
God, now he's starting to look like this guy from Saw.
Oh yeah, oh, that's not good.
Want to play a game?
Well, he needs his whiskers. Is what he needs. And this clay is so malleable right now. It's not helping me. Let's see.
Yeah, Airlaser should be back on the stream on Tuesday. Join him back in. Right now she's downstairs watching on the TV. Yeah, I agree. She is great. Fantastic co-host. Settling in, getting a feel for it. I think she's starting to have more fun. Likes hanging out with you guys. Sure, I'll hear her downstairs like, woo! In a second. She makes you laugh. She's very funny. Yeah. Agreed.
Well, I'm glad you like her. Guess we'll keep her. I'm looking more over here. This one might run a little long today because now that I've started the face, I can't not stop.
You can't not stop.
I cannot, because otherwise I would end up.
Can't stop?
I can't.
Well, you're double negative?
Okay, whatever. I cannot stop.
There you go. Seems like the audience is fine with that, because otherwise we would have been stopping in 8 minutes. But we got plenty of time. People are hanging out with us. Apparently, some people are gonna get to eat a pie soon.
What?
Dare you say we get to eat
hi there.
Hey there.
You missed me?
This might be a Simon Illa track. It's the Come to Life is what it's called.
Yeah, that's the Simon Ellick track.
Yep, that's one of his then. Okay. Yeah, this one and the next two are. The previous three songs were Resident Hana's music, actually. Actually, this is the one you guys said was skipping before, so I guess I should listen to it. You're saying hi to you, Mom.
Well, hi there. How's it going? You missed me, huh?
A wild pan mom appears.
I was lonely downstairs.
You're sure of you? Alright, I got the only one. You want sure?
No, it's okay. I've been sitting. Yeah, man, when you pop those eyeballs in there, woo wee!
The chat's saying critical hit to my heart.
Yeah, he did kind of look like Dobby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's bound to happen when you got a little tiny, big-eyed guy.
That's hilarious. How's that little neck hold that big head?
Look at that.
That is awesome.
Just like instantaneously, yes, that's an ear. That's exactly how that looks. Take that, nature. It's how I watched you do it. This is how it happened.
Or a big cinema bun. Mmm.
Probably won't taste as good as you think.
Uh-oh.
Got earwax in
A
it.
little waxy.
Yeah.
Ew. Oh my god, when we put those quills in there, whoo,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna pop. Toothpick legs. Oh my gosh.
You're picking his nose now.
Ow!
Is this
Ow!
a COVID-19 test? Like what's going on? That's why his eyes are so bugged out.
You stabbeth me from the front. Ow! Too deep. You're in there too deep. Get out.
Level 99 sculpture skills. Yeah. Just pops in there right away.
Where do you find those eyes?
I had them for a long time.
It's amazing you found them.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Yeah. Where does he find these wonderful toys?
Okay, I need a little bit more.
Wait, what? Air Laser says she got bit by a chipmunk today, twice.
Ooh, better go in for a rabies shot.
How in the world does that happen? I've never been that close to a chipmunk. They always like run off.
Jeez, what'd you have in your hand so it'll bite it?
Did it draw blood?
Didn't break the skin, and she was feeding him peanuts.
Well, if it didn't break the skin, I think you're okay.
They thought her toes were nuts. Well, okay.
Interesting pose then. Ooh.
I had one right out of your hand and you took it. It's so cute. And I wanted to see if he'd climb into my hand without the peanut, and he bit my finger.
Ha!
And then he came back and tried to bite his toes. Or her toes, rather.
Yeah. Chipmunk
Wow.
saying, I ain't stupid. Come on. Bring it on. The real thing.
It's crazy.
Chip and Dale, huh?
Man, just just like adding the mouth like that just totally changes the way his eyes look. It's like instantaneously softens him.
Right there with you, Air Laser. I want one too.
Yeah, if this track's skipping like you guys said before, I don't hear it on my end. So, I have to check that in the future offline. Watch the playback to see if I can hear it on there. I've listened to it 3 times now, I haven't heard it.
Man, with that gargantuan head, definitely is gonna have to get anchored somehow.
The gargantuan cranium.
Yep.
Gargantuan cranium.
It's a fan head.
Yeah, we get the calipers out for that one.
Let's see. What was the quote? He had his head was so big that he had his own solar system.
It's all the quotes from what? So I married an axe murderer. Is that what it's from?
That's where it's from.
Yeah.
Mike Myers playing his dad, I guess, or the dad.
Yeah, that was the fun we were having trying to get Dave a helmet, motorcycle helmet. That was big.
Yeah, I got a gargantuan helmet size.
His head. Yep.
His head.
Plague State, it asks, is Skeezer in the same scale as Kodo? Nice.
No,
Oh.
No, definitely not.
No, here.
I'm sorry. I looked at that and I thought, man, I'd have to go,
Next.
down a size, and I didn't want to.
No.
I did not want to.
Here, put them right next to each other so they can just see.
Well, I mean, he's not too bad.
He looks like a flea.
You have to look down there. It actually doesn't look too bad scale-wise. I mean, he's definitely bigger relative to Kodo than he should be, but he still looks pretty freaking small.
Yeah.
Flea. Flea, flea, flea.
Plague State says, damn, I was hoping when done, he could ride in Kodo's cod piece. Yeah, that's been something we've been doing here in the game, is having him pop into a pocket right around in his fanny pack.
Oh my.
Just been like a running joke, but we built it into the armor. Yeah, we were joking around at the start of the stream that we'll just have to redo Kodo, make him bigger.
Oh my.
Which, it might happen because,
A city
Stuff-
joke for Skeezer.
stuff happens when you go to cast stuff.
Stuff happens when stuff.
Stuffity stuff, stuff, stuff.
That's what happens.
Stuff happens.
That's what I said.
The stuff.
Beautiful.
Place to sit.
Here, have a chair.
We'll pull up that chair there.
Okay. You gonna go longer than 2?
Oh yeah, because I have to, because I've started the face and I can't stop, because if I do and I leave it like this, well, that's what it will look like.
Mm-hmm. Plague State's saying, yeah, we need a baby Bjorn on Keezer. Or on Kodo for Skeezer. Yeah, it's a proven tactic in battle. You just ride around on the front of your paladin casting spells. It's great. Looks like Air Laser's got her apple pie finished, so they're taking a break to eat that.
Oh.
You have to share with the stream and all the chat, occupants over here.
Yes,
Can't
please.
be leaving us sans pie.
Is it a la mode?
Oh god,
Oh, num
don't be doing that to us, Mom. Don't put that in our head.
I'm hungry.
Pineapple crumble a la mode.
Is it pineapple?
What?
You just said pineapple crumble. Oh,
Did
well,
I?
think so. I mean, that doesn't sound bad either, but
I don't know.
yeah, I do love pineapple too, Air Laser. I agree. agree. That does sound good.
I guess I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you know?
Plague State says, Happy Father's Day, Pandad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you too.
Yeah, happy Father's Day across the board. A lot of dads out there in the chat. I don't even know what Icelandic delight is, but if you say that's what it is, it seems rare that a pineapple would be in Iceland. But okay.
Now watch out, he's gonna gum ya.
Oh my god, can you imagine a big pack of dentures?
Yeah, I like the thought of his mouth being kind of like floppy and like wide, like froggy, you know. So Icelandic delight is apparently a whipped cream and pineapple deliciousness.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It is dessert, so I would dig it.
Oh man. That's kind of like Mammy's green jello. That
Mm.
has the pineapple in it and marshmallows and
Mm-hmm.
oh, nummy num num.
That's pretty good stuff.
Oh man.
Plague State says Skeezer progress will be fast till it's time for quills.
Then it goes screeching all.
Yeah, I mean he's coming together like crazy fast. It's only been 2 hours and he's already at this point in the sculpt.
His ears, this really throws me off a little
When I was
bit.
downstairs, it looked like the Elephant Man. When it was just ears,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, oh, oh.
Crazy X says he's really jealous for real. Plague State says then Dave and Clint will know each other's pain. Shows the difference between an artist and a hack, says Crazy Ike.
Oh no. Maybe it shows the difference between an old artist and a young artist.
Yeah, I mean, when you toss in the number of years of practice, you're doing pretty fast, I would say, Crazy Ike. You know, you tack on what, 25, 30 years of doing sculpting?
Yeah.
You know, it's doing pretty good.
I like to say that I started sculpting when I was 7. So a bit more than 35 years.
Yo.
Um,
And they said almost my entire life. Mm-hmm.
so you see, 7 minus 62. What is that?
It's a few.
It's a few. Okay.
It's what, 55?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's old. How time flies.
Yeah, so Crazy Guy, you got time to catch up. I mean, a mere 52 years later, if you complete the process, you will win the foot race. Blixie says, I can't do none of this stuff. It all amazes me. Yeah, so Crazy Ike, once you're in your 90s, we'll see how far along you've come in the process, and we'll be able to say whether you're keeping pace or not.
Yeah, he looks like an old man. Look at him.
Yeah, he does look like an old man. Yeah.
Be a cyborg.
Poison Ivy is here. Hey Pandad, hey everyone. Sorry for missing most of your stream. Not feeling well today. Hope everything has been well. Sorry to hear you're not doing well, but hope this will make it better.
Get in there.
Back up, you'll be in it. You're hiding behind Dad's head.
A gargantuan moon.
Gotta go that way. Apparently, Well, if you're going forward, you're not going to be seen. You gotta go that way, back and.
Open.
Well, you gotta go towards the mannequin. That's when you'll get seen. There you are.
There's my pea picking head. Hiya.
A lot of discussion in the chat about hoping they'll be in cyborg bodies by then. You can see Crazy Eye Gaming says, Jeff, listen right now. What?
Music, I guess.
Oh. Well, it's an entirely different track this time.
Is it skipping?
I don't know. Crazy Ike has mentioned... I missed it, huh? So far, he's mentioned that he heard skipping in 3 different songs. I have not heard it at any point that I've been listening. So I have no idea. Well, Poison Ivy and her fiance are doing a stream at 6,
Cool.
which is right now, I thought, 6 or 7. It's currently 6:08.
Well, I'm sorry I'm going along.
Yeah, no.
Can't stop now, though.
Nope. Fun though. Good luck on your stream. If I can figure out how to do rating from here, I will try to bounce this over to your chat.
I think you'll have to go to the webpage. Yeah.
Now, what I don't know about this software is if I could bring other screens up without it screwing it up.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay. Okay, so Crazy Ike apparently flipped this section. Alright, let's see what happens if I actually listen to it. If it'll let me. Playful. Dude, the names on these are hilarious. Airlaser wants to know why is the paint stored on the side?
It's just the way he made the holders.
Yeah, I just took some PVC pipe, and that way I could see at a glance all of my colors and pull whenever I need to. And then I'm not waiting so long for it to come out if it's a half-used box or a half-used thing.
Oh, that's neat. Okay. Poison Ivy's saying I look tired. No. Not really.
No.
Must have just noticed I'm not wearing makeup today. Alright, yeah, I'll check out that clip afterwards, Crazy Ike. We'll see if I figure out what you're talking about.
There you go, Skeezer. He's got a big bag under his eye.
Well, so far you guys have said you've heard skipping in Dragon's Tail, you've heard it in Draconis Patronus, you've heard it in Electric Blue, and you've heard it in Come to Life. So
it must be there.
I don't know. Like, each time you've said you've heard it, it's been a different track. I don't know.
Poison Ivy, Peter.
So it must be something about the way it's being loaded, maybe. So I doubt it's all the tracks. And they're not all just one artist's tracks, so... something must be universal across that. Let's see. So Sam says that Pandad is very, very talented.
Thank you.
A lot of chatters saying hi to each other. That's nice. Love the community.
Oh, we forgot to plug our goal.
Yeah.
As soon as I get to 100, I'm giving away. I'm
You got
giving away that.
65?
I pick it up, but I got stuff all over my hands.
Let's see. I think I can switch cameras. Is it this one? Yep. So you got. There we go. That guy. Wow, that is mirror image craziness. Got little feet on him. And then he opens. Let's see if I can get some light in there. There we go. It's got little details. Boy, that is. It's very confusing, even though it's very obvious what it's doing. And so we'll give that away when we hit 100.
Where are we at?
We are at 65.
Mm.
And that is, I think, this one? Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's been, what? We've only been streaming for 2 hours and 13 minutes. So, yeah, it is pretty amazing how fast it's going. I agree with you all. Yep, Air Laser, that's right. We're giving away the jewelry box when we hit 100. So some lucky follower will be getting a hookup.
I'm gonna do it through. I'll select the winner through Moobot, and Moobot will, if you're a subscriber, then you'll get 2 chances to win. If you're a follower, you get 1 chance to win. Does that make sense? Is everybody okay with that?
Yep. Yeah, so Crazy X says, hey guys, thanks everyone for following so I can get the box. One lucky follower means me. Air Laser's saying that, yeah, she's also doing a giveaway when she hits 200 followers, and she's going to be giving away some of your art.
Oh, thank
that
you.
she's purchased.
And that giveaway.
Yep. So that's good too.
Well, thank you very much.
Lots of ways to get access to your stuff.
That is awesome.
It really is.
Dang. Can't wait to get mine.
I have no delusions that I'm going to be able to match Levi's fine artwork here precisely, but I'll get close.
Crazy X saying, I'm a subscriber too, so I get 2 entries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate all the subscriptions, by the way. It is a big deal. Donations and the subscriptions are really making a big difference in our day-to-day life around here, so thank you very much. Crazy Guy wants to know if he gets another entry if he's a patron. I don't know if we have a way of automating that in Moobot, but that would be a good idea. Which, speaking of which, let me post that Patreon for those who may not have seen it earlier. You can go on there, and there's all kinds of stuff. You can get discounts. You can find his artwork. There's a way of getting the big dragon wall-mounted heads. Let's see if I can turn my arm up. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty awesome.
I think the craziest deal is the Dragon of the Month Club.
Earlier they're saying that her sister is a patron and a subscriber.
Thank you.
So I guess that household's got a lot of subscribers and patrons and whatnot.
Oh, that's what I call loyalty.
Have like 9 chances to win.
They'll just have to share the box.
Maybe it'll be a traveling box.
Some fierce competition up in this chat.
Okay, so we've got many entries.
Yeah, it would be a good box for those little doodads and earrings that you're talking about. It's not huge, but it is. It's got some space in it.
It's a great for what am I trying to think of? A ring box. I keep thinking that some guy, is going to propose with that, and then, like,
That'd be creepy.
Okay.
snap the. Go ahead, take the ring.
The one ring.
I don't know if
The
that's-
only ring.
You gotta be brave. maybe not.
Crazy Ike saying, sorry, Canadians can't qualify. The borders are closed.
Ooh.
Yes, fight for our entertainment.
Nerd overload.
Yeah. And she's saying she would nerd overload. She would cry if somebody gave her a ring and a dope box at the same time. Propose when Jaws pops out of the water. Yeah, what is that from? Those Mallrats, right? Weird idea. Sailboat is a schooner. Oh yeah. Sheep flaps. He's got a lot of expressiveness in his face, doesn't he?
I wish I could catch it more closer to what.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's
It's
right
great.
there. I'm looking
right
at it.
there. Yeah. We're all going crazy.
At least from the camera angle, it looks spot on. Yep, thanks for the points there, Plague State. Yeah, I got my movie reference correct. That's 1 point for Gryffindor. Go for that. I haven't seen that movie freaking ever.
What was that?
Mallrats. Kevin Smith movie from like the 90s.
Let's see.
Wait, seriously? Kevin Smith is your favorite director? Alright.
These are the fact.
Okay, so his head is tilted too. I gotta get that in there.
If not tilt it too much, planets might start orbiting.
And,
Look at that bobblehead.
and he's looking over this way, so.
I kind of like that his ears are not symmetric. Like they're kind of going in different directions.
But they are going in different directions.
Can be.
I kind of like it. It's funny.
Okay.
Well, the
I'm all for leaving it if that's what you like.
He's a weird dude. I think he deserves to be kind of weird.
He's going to change quite a bit once we get the quills on him.
Looks like camera work is a little above his head.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Bang it.
So dejected.
Oh, man. This,
Fair enough, Air Laser. Fair enough.
this stuff, like, you move it just a little bit and it just...
Well, to be fair, you did just squeeze his head and twist it around.
Yeah.
He's bound to look a little different after that.
That's an interesting
Oh, it was really. I wouldn't have expected him to be able to move around that much. Because he's not stuck to the center component.
No, not yet.
It's a free floating ball.
He may still be a bobblehead after all. Just sculpt those two pieces separate and just stick them on a little springy stick.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, could do that.
Wang, wang.
So very sure you'd break those quills off every time it moved.
So if we put its arm out right there.
That's true. Kevin Smith telling the Superman script that never got made into a film was, yeah, that was pretty good. That stupid spider that ended up in Wild Wild West.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I've had two of them already. One more, I'd probably be like heart attack time. I've definitely never heard of the movie Yoga Hosers. That's a new one. So it's Canadian female clerks with zombies.
Okay.
What?
What?
All right. We're back on this thinking I look like Justin Long. I still don't see it, but okay. From day one, Air Lasers decided I looked like Justin Long, who's the guy from the old Apple commercials, you know?
Oh, that guy.
Like the trendy kid, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
The guy that was in Creepers.
Uh,
Jeepers Creepers.
he was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a terrible movie.
It was a terrible movie.
It's like one of my least favorite movies of all time. Well played, State, I would imagine. I mean, Yoga Hosers was not well received by critics. Yeah, I mean, I've never even heard of it. Sounds like a combination of things that probably wouldn't do well in the box office. Yeah, it's also true. Yeah, most of Kevin Smith's movies are not well received by critics. You can't really have a cult following if you actually make it in the mainstream, right? That's kind of the definition.
Could be a softer brush.
Yeah, he is quite malleable. What's crazy is you're using a paintbrush and it's aggressive enough that it's pushing them around.
Yeah.
That's how soft it is. That's nuts.
You gotta have a delicate touch with this stuff.
Goodbye, y'all.
Have fun downstairs. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
And the camera really wants to focus on that Reynolds foil box over there.
Oh.
It's like, sculpture, no thanks.
Well, to be fair, it's probably going like, what do you want me to focus on?
You focusing on the tool, his face? What is this? Yeah, Jersey Girl was real bad. That is not a lie. That was not a great movie. I never expected to be talking about Kevin Smith movies this whole time.
Hey.
Let's see, KY Touch Me is saying, can't wait to see Skeezer with hair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Seriously though, his face is coming along like super well. Like he looks like a real person. Like, albeit a really weird looking person, but he looks like he could start talking to me any second now. Oh, I didn't get the notification for bits there. Is that what that Uni 300 is? If so, then thank you very much for the 300 bits. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. That's weird. This system didn't show anything for that.
Didn't come up on the alert box or anything?
I didn't see it. Maybe it did. Apparently it showed up on the screen for the viewers. I didn't see it. And in the chat, it doesn't show it as an icon or anything. It just had text. But thank you. Thank you all the same. And there was an audio cue that you can tell I didn't hear because the headphones are off.
Ah.
Just noticed the headphones still have the plastic on them
That's how new they are.
for that extra crinkly goodness.
Yeah.
That's how you get your best audio quality, is listening to plastic kind of rustling around. What do you got there? Oh, you got some emojis of, what is that? That's those unicorns? Like with the rainbow hair? Doesn't show up a name or anything when I'm looking at them.
Well, try putting it up on the screen. See what happens.
All right. Let's add to broadcast. The emojis are so hard to tell what's going on. You know, it's like they're so small. I think it's a unicorn.
Boy, that air laser's a pretty girl.
Let's see. Here's the other unicorn one there. Why are you on the screen? Because I don't know. Dad wanted to put your post up there for some reason.
I just wanted to see.
It's funny because it stuck your guys' faces straight on top of Skeezer's face. It looked like it was superimposed over the top.
Well, we are coming to a point where I think I can leave it safely, and then we can go eat after I fix dinner.
How do you do a hype train? As far as I know, hype trains are triggered when there are enough like follows, subscriptions, donations, that kind of stuff in a period of time. So a short period of time. And then it triggers, and then it just like, depending on how many people are doing it, it'll level up and it'll keep going. But it's defined by Twitch. I don't know what it's set at. But it's wacky. It's fun. And then you guys seem to get like emojis and like little icons and stuff when that happens. It's pretty neat. Skeezer looks like the dude from the commercials, you know, like where he's got the dollar bill on the fishing pole, you know. Oh, you gotta be quicker.
He is going to look different when we get the fur on him. The quills. And I am being pretty particular, but it's hard to see, like right there, I'll have to go in and fill that in later.
Yeah, it's missing a bit of neck there.
Yeah.
I love that his head is bigger than his shoulders. So good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely that.
I also find it hilarious that in the actual game, within the rules, I couldn't have a strength lower than 8, which also happens to be the same strength score a lot of the other party members have. So this 33-pound little tiny dude is as strong as Morgaine and Fulcrum and
Wow.
Time Raiden. So it's just like funny.
I think Levi did a better job than I had done, but
I think you both have killed it.
okay.
Looks great. I think it looks amazing. Again, I didn't get a notification of that, but apparently there was a gift sub given out. Where did that show up? Like, it's giving me no notifications of this stuff.
Huh. So that I think Mom had the same problem, but it should have come through, but somehow it doesn't sometimes.
So Air Laser gifted a sub to KY Touch Me, so thank you very much. And
Thank you.
I'm assuming that was a 50-bit donation from KY Touch Me. Yep, there it showed up on the screen. Okay. Got a little 4D little animation. Thank you very much. I think I'm trying to trigger a hype train.
Ah.
Let's see if it comes up. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, no kidding.
America just donated 25 bits.
Oh, thank you.
We'll say America.
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 Nope, no
No?
E. Airlays just donated 300 bits. Thank you very much. Got the pride flags out. Very cool. Pride month. Got a bunch of emojis flying everywhere.
Cool.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Been a very generous audience today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, I'm glad I decided to do this Father's Day thing.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you
Cool.
for joining me, Jeff. I love it.
Yeah, we got more bits coming in. KY Touch Me just donated 300 bits. Thank you very much. America donated another 25 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. Man, it just keeps coming in. Another 300 bits from Air Laser.
Wow,
Great,
come
thank
on,
you.
guys.
Making it
Oh,
rain.
thank you.
Start throwing dollar bills and bits everywhere. Another 50 bits from America. Yeah, they're going for that hype train. They're trying to make it happen here. Let's see if it goes. You'll have to tell me if it does, because I apparently don't see it. Yeah, they said yes, they are trying to get the hype train. It's crazy when that happens, because it gets this little banner that goes across the top of the chat. It has a little train and a level up thing, and every time people donate, like there's another 20 bits from Air Laser. Thank you. You're gonna wear us out of saying thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yep, another 25 bits from America. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits from KY Touch Me. Thank you very much.
Wow. Need to get a bottle of scotch here so that I can drink while they're doing this.
Might keel over.
Yeah, like,
Another 30 bits
Holy
from Air
moly.
Laser. Thank you.
be really lit.
I noticed that the bottle we got you for your birthday is already empty.
Oh, yeah, well, hell. What can I say?
It's like, oh, that should last him a while. Nope, it's gone.
It was a small bottle.
It was not a small bottle. What are you talking about? Thank you, America and Air Laser both. We got another 5 bits from America and 300 from Air Laser. That I wants to sneak into that name every freaking time. I'm staring at it. I know how it's pronounced. Good lord! Another 300 bits from Can You Touch Me?
Are you sure about this winter hype train?
It just said ice cream when you said that. Yeah, the hype train definitely is a thing. I've seen it. I don't know how you got yours set up to trigger.
What if I don't have it set up? I don't know if I have it set up or not.
They say that they've triggered it before on your channel.
Oh, okay.
So I think there is a default setting, and then you can fiddle with it. But she knows she's got it specifically because she has the hype leader icon unlocked for your channel.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's triggered with a minimum of 100 bit donations, a sub, or a raid. So there's another 5 bits from America. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from KY Touch Me. Thank you
Well,
very
we
much.
should be there by now, shouldn't we?
You would think. I am also confusion there, Air Laser. I don't know. Maybe it is a combination of all those things, so maybe you do need a raid to occur as well. I don't know. I know what's about to happen. Air Laser's going to start a stream up just so she can raid it over. It seems like a lot of things have happened in a short window of time, so it should have triggered.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been triggered.
So it has to be multiple sources of things from different people, okay?
Well, that certainly seemed like it would have qualified, but
I would have thought so too. I don't know. Well, there's 3 of you, yeah. There's another 100 bits from KY Touch Me. Yep. Suspect, I agree. It is all the same. Much appreciated. I'm feeling hyped.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Whether there's a train involved or not, I don't know. But we're pretty excited. Another 200 bits from Air Laser. Another 100 from Resin Hana. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Good grief.
Don't think I'm gonna quit anytime soon.
I think we're going to be just rolling it in here. This is a incredible stream today.
It's a Father's Day. It's a Father's Day.
Oh, apparently it's going.
Ah, it's a Father's Day.
Crazy Ike's throwing in 100 bits. Air Laser another 100 bits. Thank you. Everyone's jumping in. Apparently, it took Resin Hana popping in to make it go. Another 100 bits from KY Touch Me.
Father's Day.
It has begun. Good grief. It's rolling. What's the percentage at right now? Just a notification just like flooding on top of Skeezer's face. Another 100 bits from Crazy Ike, thank you. We're at 43%. We're another 30 bits from Air Laser, thank you much. Another, so we're at 48% now. I think we can get the next level up. You can hear Mom cheering from downstairs. 100 bits from KY Touch Me, thank you much. Oh my, look at that dude. Look at that guy. 50 from America.
Happy
Nice.
Father's Day.
Another 100 bits from Crazy Ike. Thank you. Man. Another 20 from Air Laser. Another 100 from Resin Hana.
Ah, come on, guys.
You're making him blush over there.
Holy moly. Oh.
Look how red his cheeks are. You guys, you just taking him out. Another 100 bits from Air Laser. I think you guys are going to hit it. I think you're going to level it up.
Happy.
Another 10 bits from America wants to hear more singing. Okay? 100 more bits from Crazy Guy, 100 more from KY Touch Me. They're going for level 3. You can do it. Have you guys already hit level 2?
Happy Father's Day.
Oh boy.
Happy Father's Day. That's not me singing. That's Skeezer.
For another 200 bits, we maybe get him some lessons here. We're 88% on level 2, I think. 10 more bits from America. Thank you very much. Damn. 25 more from America. 20 more from Air Laser. They must be needing to reload their accounts here at this point. It's been a lot pouring in. I don't think the icons have come off the screen. It's just a continuous stream of bits. I did notice, because there was a slightly slower rate coming in. Not that it's slow by any means, but Crazy Ike Gaming just gave another 100. KY Touch Me just gave 20 more. Air Laser another 20. They're at 98%. They're going to get it. 99. Pop it over the top.
Happy.
50 more bits. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bits from Air Laser. 100 bits from Resin Hana. Boom! They're at a level 3 hype train. Could potentially hit a level 4 at this rate.
Oh my god.
Oh my good grief. People like when I say that for some reason.
Oh my good grief.
Good grief. Like
Good grief.
Peanuts, Charlie Brown thing.
Horse feathers.
Horse feathers. Man, I haven't said that since last time you streamed.
Yeah.
Good night. Yeah, horse feathers is a unique one from Dad here.
Had to put it in on Father's Day.
I have no idea where some of these things come from. I've only ever heard you say them.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bits from Air Laser. Thank you. Whew. Man. Level 4 would be a pretty significant hype train, wouldn't it? Level 3 is already pretty badass, but that's a lot of work from the crowd here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We've cleaned out Crazy Ike. He has no more bits. Thank you. Yeah, the alert box is still trying to catch up. Another 48 bits from Air Laser. Thank you much. That's the last. I was wondering why it was 48. That's a strange number, but there it is. How do I calculate that one in? 17, 24, 30, 32 bits, I'm assuming, from KY Touch Me. Split up between apparently shamrocks. See if that pops up later. Thank you much.
Let's see what I'm doing here. Let's trim that little. It won't hurt at all, geezer. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Resin Hana is laughing because I'm having to add up things based on the text over here. Yeah, it's not showing me the actual numbers, and it's not showing me the emojis, so I'm having to take apart the name of the emoji, and there's like some numbers kind of occasionally dotted in there. Yeah, they do enjoy putting us to work. That's fair. I'll accept that. Another 5 bits from Kiwi Touch Me. Thank you much. More pride flags flying.
Yeah, good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more bits from Emerica. She made me do that the hard way. More pride flags. I like that the closed captioning writes it down as Americus.
Americus.
Sounds very Latin.
Sounds gladiator. Gladiatorial. Gladiatorial. There you go. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bits from KY Touch Me. Whatever uni stands for. What is that icon gonna look like? When I said Latin, it said Halle Berry. That's about as good as her acting. Yeah.
How does that work?
You know what happens to a toad in a lightning storm? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Worst movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bits from KY Touch Me. Mr. Destructoid. What the heck does a Mr. Destructoid icon look like?
You know, though, it doesn't really matter how she acts. It just matters she does act.
Well, sure, but I like to hold people accountable when they're highly successful. But yes, Air Laser, yeah, lots of salt towards that movie. It's not a good movie. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to touch me with another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bits. Yeah, sure. I'll take the hater comment there, Air Laser. I stand by it though. Bad movie. Bad performance. She made Storm not an interesting or good character.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
You know I'm right. You know I'm not wrong. Yeah, Halle Berry, one of the few people with both a Razzie and an Oscar. Yeah, that's right, Resonana. That is a unique honor. There needs to be a term for that. I don't know what it would be, but it's pretty hilarious.
I didn't get his head twisted far enough.
Well, if he twists any more, it's gonna be like behind his back.
No, I mean it's tilt. It should tilt this way. See?
I see. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Well, you're twisting that wire probably at this point.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm fighting. It's pretty hard, but I think I'm gonna leave it there.
And you're at the top of the bend, right? That's like the strongest point.
Yeah.
61 bits more from KY Touch Me.
Oh,
all the
wow.
bits, all of them are out. Choo choo. Is the train still going? I think you guys have there's a lot of new emojis in the window here, so I'm assuming 3,715 bits earned. Holy crap.
Wow.
Just ended, so it's given the final tally then. That's cool. That's $37.
Wow, you guys.
15 cents. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no kidding. Makes it doing even better.
Yeah.
I'd be doing this anyway, you know.
You guys are awesome. Air Laser says she got her hype train conductor badge back, so
I'm just glad you're entertained.
they were fighting back and forth to see who had the most. So apparently there's an emoji to, like a little icon that goes next to your name for the hype train conductor. So whoever donated the most in that period gets it. And they were battling back and forth to have it.
Okay, I see.
So if you scroll slightly to the right, Skeezer will be back in shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's great.
Yeah,
Here we go.
There he is. KY Touch Me and Air Laser are tied for most bit donations. I think you've been doing that like weekly, right? So you keep the grand total somewhere, but you're refreshing it every week. Is that right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know.
I think I saw that last time I looked. I think it was every week it's getting refreshed, so it's a new battleground. But we have the grand totals listed, so we can get those pieces of information too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yes, Air Laser, you would absolutely be dominating the chart if it was all aggregated together.
I'll look for a widget to see if can do that.
Yeah, we should put the grand totals in like the panels down below.
Okay.
So if we can get a widget that can do that, then we can keep track of that down in the BIOS section, and then our top contributors can be acknowledged there, and then each week we can encourage people to take a stab at it with their name in the bright lights.
Yeah, you gotta tell me how to do these things.
I don't know how to do it. I'm just making stuff up as I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's probably a Streamlabs thing that does it, but we're not technically using Streamlabs. So.
But you can use. I mean, Streamlabs has all these widget things that I am using. And that's what's keeping track of that's what the alert box is. It's a Streamlabs thing.
Well,
So
in that case, maybe we can do it then. See?
yeah, the Streamlabs. It's interesting that they do it in their own program, but you can also do you could copy the whatever it is, the URL things out and put it into your own programs.
Zacko718 coming in here saying, hey, what's up? And yeah, I won't say the rest of his comment because it's how I would talk at home, but not on the broadcast. So we'll just go with that. We'll put a little asterisk in there and say, hey, what's up, buddy? We'll go with that. How's that? That works out.
All right.
Well, good to have you here, Zackos. Much appreciated. We're working on a sculpt right now. New follow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you're new to us, you just were the 66th follower working on 100. Once we hit 100, he's giving away something to a follower or two. Let me switch cameras here. I think it's this one. So you get potentially to win this guy, little dice box or something. Got lots of details. See if I can deal with this reverse mirror image thing going on.
Mimic, or he can be a mimic too.
Mm-hmm. And he is obviously quite an awesome sculptor. Let's see, I need that camera there, I think. Yep, there we go. And what he's working on is actually our characters from my game, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So right now he's actually working on my personal character, and he is a Gnome illusionist with some real weird features. So the kind of artwork here that you're looking at is the character designed by our DM, Levi. So he did all of them. And we've been working our way through the different characters. So far we've worked on a Dragonborn Paladin named Kodo, who's Crazy Ike's character that you may see in the chat here. And right here is Skeezer, my Gnome illusionist. And then there's going to be Morgaine, who is a arcane archer elf. We got Fulcrum, who is like a mix between a tiefling and an Aasimar that's a warlock. And then we've got, who am I forgetting?
Did you mention Balrun?
Balrun, there we go. And then Balrun is a sea elf, or he's a wood elf, but he's like a pirate druid character with one hand and a trident. It's pretty cool. So we're going to be working our way through all those, and all those characters come from our campaign for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons called Everstorm. It's a homebrew campaign put together by Levi, who did the ticker art. Yeah, Air Laser. Tim's character, Fulcrum, is a half Aasimar, half Tiefling. So it's like, story purposes, it's like a mixture between two things that shouldn't be put together. So like angel and devil mixed together. But if you're interested in all that stuff or those games, go check out our other channel, Tabletop Keyboard, or TT2KB here on Twitch. Looks like that. You'll also be able to find Discord and YouTube channels and all kinds of stuff. We do a lot of programming throughout the week. But if you're here for sculptures, we're going to be doing a lot of that. I think it's like 3 days a week at this point. We're doing some kind of sculpting, whether it's on Facebook or here. There's also the store that you can look at some of his artwork and potentially make a purchase. Let's see if I get that command right. There we go. And there's also a Patreon you can get involved in.
Hey, sometimes I pop in unannounced. I might be popping in sometime to do this guy, finish him up.
Mm-hmm.
He is a dragon dice holder. and he's gonna. Once I get him cast, he's gonna come with this set of dice.
Now, are those metal dice?
Those are metal dice.
Yeah, nice heavy ones.
And they have that that really cool.
Pearlescence.
Yeah. I like that a lot. So that is in the works as well. And then I'm going to be doing a little bit bigger chest than I've done before.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a Cthulhu chest with a kraken on top. An octopus.
Mm-hmm. Show him Kodo since we got somebody new in the chat here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that is so much smaller than he looks on the screen.
Kodo. This Kodo was done with monster clay. So my next chore is to cut him up, and I gotta do a little bit of policing on the.
We'll need to focus on which one we're working on here today, but
Yeah.
we got a lot of details on it. He's got a big maul, big hammer that he's going to be equipped with as well, which I think is over here.
Yeah.
Is that solid enough for me to pick up?
Oh yeah, it's very solid.
Show that one off.
I'm not finished with it either.
I don't know what your
It's right here.
screen is on. There we go. Okay. Yep.
And so there's a counterweight that goes on the back here. And then when I cast it, I'm going to do it in clear resin with a touch of blue. And so this part here will turn out to be clear blue tinnish thing, and then I'll just paint the rest around it. So it'll look cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to around here. Looks like Poison Ivy is starting their stream. They're playing D&D.
All right, let's see if we can raid them.
Oh, you want to hop over there now?
Yeah, I'm to a point where if I go on, then I'm going to have to go on in a really serious way.
Let me see
So
if I can pull up the stream info here without screwing up the stream itself. I don't know how your computer's set up. All right,
just
there we
pull
go.
up.
I think I got it. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're following her channel or not, so I may have to look it up.
Oh, I should be.
Is it on Poison Ivy Pika or is it on Z-Bomb Gaming? May not be up yet.
I'm sorry, Poison Ivy. I should have had that queued up. I'm trying to follow everybody that I can.
Yeah, Air Laser's assuming it's on Z-Bomb. We'll see. We'll see if it pops up here. If it is live currently, I'm not seeing it. So maybe one of those things where it takes a while for it to realize you guys are live.
Yeah, that always throws me off a little bit, that delay and things.
So I have to track it down here. Z-Bomb Gaming.
Starting to add just a few of these eyebrow things.
Okay, he's not live yet. All right, I'll hit the follow on there though. Make sure you got that listed. Make it
Okay.
easier for us to find you.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to the dashboard.
Should I continue just a little longer?
Yeah, they're not up yet, so won't be able to raid over until they are. Not sure what all you can do. So 7 p.m. Eastern time is in 4 minutes. So
Okay.
go ahead and hang that up, and I'll be right back.
All right. I really want to thank you all. It's been really nice and fun. I didn't think I would get this far along, to tell you the truth. But I'm kind of happy that I did. And oh yeah, he's going to look a lot different once we get some of these on there. He probably won't be a long sculpt at this point. I'm anticipating maybe another 2 episodes, and we will have this guy ready to cast. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Famous last words. Oh, there he goes. My ice is melted. That's how long we've been at it. Oh my goodness. But you know, when you're into something, it just kind of goes.
Yeah, this one flew by, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, all dressed chips. Oh man, that sounds good. Those are nice. Yeah, Resident, I agree. Skeezer is looking great so far. I'm not MIA. I'm right back.
Yeah.
Just sat back down.
He was quick.
Okay, Poison Ivy. Yeah, it's just we'll raid over once we know it's live, and until then, you're stuck with us. So it looks like right now we're staring at the
Oh,
board.
sorry.
Have to lift
Concentration.
Your apron. We could tell because Mom will be yelling it from downstairs. Face cam, face cam. Here, I'll just turn to look at the camera a couple times. How's that? Is this program called eCam? Is that what it is?
Yes, eCam.
There we go. Now I can see it. Yeah. You just occasionally hear Mom just downstairs. I don't know what. Just random noises. Got a great shot of your tool here. Handle. There we go. I'm telling you, maybe we ought to like get you a helmet cam or something.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Get some of the whiskers in, huh?
Yeah, I thought we had time, so I don't want to do a whole lot because once I get going here, it will mean another hour. I don't want to do that. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, I hear you. Maybe we should order food. That way you don't have to cook.
Yeah. That was a random camera up. Can't see.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
All I heard was.
It's like, I want to see his head. What's he doing up there?
I'm messing up some of my texture here, so I think I'm not gonna touch it. Well, I don't know where that came from.
Sounds good, Poison Ivy. Yeah, so maybe tell us a little bit about what your game is. I'm assuming it's a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. I'm assuming it's the one that you play in with your character. Looks like they are live now. I'm seeing it. So,
All right.
Well, you want to do outros?
Yeah, let's do outros.
Let me switch you over to a face cam, unless you want to show off the work you've done thus far.
Well, they can. If you can see me in a little corner, that's okay with me.
Let me switch over to that program again, Dave, on the camera.
Hands are really feeling stiff.
There you go.
All right, so thank you very much. It's been fantastic being with you on Father's Day. Being fantastic with my son here. He made it
Happy
fun.
Father's Day.
And we wanted to encourage you, if you want to go over to Patreon and become a Patreon member. The best one that I think is there is the Dragon of the Month Club. I mean, in the U.S., continental U.S., you get the free shipping. You get a little dragon every month. Plus, you get to watch me. That's another stream altogether, but that's exclusively for Patreon. You get to watch the making of these little dragons. My next one, you're going to love this. My next one is going to be a two-headed dragon.
Oh, nice.
To little bitty guy like this, but he's going to one of the heads is looking down at the other head, and he's taking a finger and putting it over his mouth, like "shut up." So that's in the works. But as I get these done, they're going to be a collectible item, and I will ship them out to you. One of the other levels is, you get to have a big dragon trophy at the end of the year. I ship it to you. So those are the available ones for the continental U.S. I'm going to have to do something special for my international group. I'll have to think about it, but I'll think and I will post, and you will see it there. So that's Patreon.com. I would also like to plug my son's group, TT2KB, especially Wisdom Check, which is tomorrow night. I love watching the interviews between my son and Dustin. I love Dustin. And the guests that they have on. And so you want to check into that every
Monday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes.
And this week, who do we have? We have Alexander Wrights. He's coming back on. He's our first repeat guest.
Oh, cool.
In like 18 months or so.
Wow.
So he's going to be telling us about the Untold Stories Project. And he's a writer for Mutants and Masterminds.
After we get off here, I got to talk to you about some other guests that I have in mind.
Awesome.
I think you're going to be really, really blown away. But anyway,
Okay.
That's TT2KB Wisdom Check tomorrow night. Then you also have to check out their games. Everstorm, which they play every other Saturday night, is where Skeezer comes into play. Is where Kodo comes into play. All of these characters that I'm sculpting. What else, Jeff? Thursday night I'm doing a live Facebook show. So that's where I just finished up Rumblesteam the Owl, and I'm going to be beginning the new dice chest, the Cthulhu dice chest with a Kraken on top. That's going to be fun to do. What else?
No worry. Outros always feel like there's like an infinite amount of things that can come up.
Yeah.
If you are interested in checking his Facebook out, by the way, here is where you find that. And so I'll get you over there. I think I posted his website. We posted your Patreon. We've talked about the channels. We've done a lot of things. I think that's all of it.
Okay.
Just feels like an infinite cycle of plugs, right?
Yeah. Hey, thank you, though. Thank you for this, making it very fun today. And I couldn't be happier that I got this far along. I wasn't really sure how far along I would get, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Fantastic. I'm going to start loading up the raid.
All right.
You guys all packaged in there. And once that fulfills itself, we'll be ready to pop on over. We're going to be checking out a gaming group that one of our fans here in the chat is part of. So Poison Ivy Pika and her fiance. And so hope you guys enjoy it. We are all ready to rock. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. See you later.
All right. See y'all. And we'll log that off, and then I'll go back in the program and close off our stream. Where's it at? Finish. That's the
Yeah, finish
for it.
and then okay. And it's like, do you
Just add
really
the
want
extra
to?
stuff to make sure.
Well, it's like, do
we
you
look
really
really
want to
foolish.
end? Yeah.